It's fall, y'all, and I am back at Target. It's been a while since I've been to Target, and this particular Target is the one that has the Ulta in it, so they often have a lot of stuff inside, which I'm excited to check out. So let's head on in. Here we are in the body moisturizer section. Vaseline has some great body moisturizers. This advanced repair, look, they redid the label. Kind of like it. What's this swaggy bubble V there? Body moisturizers, they can often be used on the face. They all may feel a little heavy, but give it a try. I mean, $3.99 for this is a great value, and if you can use it on your face, even better. We're getting into the season of dry, cracked lips. What with people putting on their heaters, dries out the air. Suggest a humidifier that can help to run at nighttime while you're sleeping. That really can help not only the skin of your lips, but the rest of your body. Because at nighttime while you're asleep, your skin loses more water, and that can be especially true to the lips. And as you sleep, if you are a side or stomach sleeper, you're inevitably going to drool a little bit, and that saliva collecting around the lips can further dry them out. Then throughout the day, if your lips are dry and you have a tendency to lick them, that likewise can further contribute to dry, cracked lips. So, a petrolatum ointment, whether it be plain Vaseline or something like Aquaphor, the CeraVe healing ointment, where is it at? Is it here? I'm not seeing it. Or Cetaphil has a healing ointment that's quite good. Or you can do the Target, Up and Up brand, whatever. Put that on your lips before you go to bed. That coupled with the, there's Vaseline. That coupled with the humidifier, that will really help you out a lot. And you don't need to drop a bunch of money on that Laneige sleeping mask, which is, fun if that's what you want to do. But if you are on a strict budget, don't be tempted and feel like you have to have that thing. This approach works just as well. And will protect the skin of the lips from not only water loss, but from saliva, which saliva is an irritant. If you have ever had a small child, when they're teething and stuff, they tend to drool a lot. They can develop a rash around their mouth. A lot of times that drool collects in their little folds around their neck, and they get a rash here. And then, anywhere where you have skin-on-skin contact, collection of saliva, irritating stuff, it really impairs the skin barrier. That wet to dry to wet to dry to wet to dry plus occlusion. That's really when we talk about skin barrier dysfunction and needing to repair the skin barrier. That is definitely a situation where you have to rein in things like petrolatum to act as a skin protectant and allow for healing and to prevent the penetration of irritants, whether it be more saliva or irritants from the environment. Scented lotions and things of fragrance can be more likely to cause irritation in those situations. It doesn't look like they got in any new types of sunscreen. I was talking about this in a recent video on that tinted sunscreen from Alastin, which I was not impressed with, but Sunbomb has a tinted mineral sunscreen that I happen to think is very good. Pretty affordable if you were looking for a tinted face sunscreen. I'm not seeing it here though, which is unfortunate. The Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Face Serum is a great chemical sunscreen, good UV protection. It does burn around the eyes, unfortunately. It's like a very lightweight consistency. It's great if you're looking for an option that's non-greasy, but for around the eyes, I suggest maybe using a mineral sunscreen instead, because it can run into the eyes and it burns and stings a lot. It makes your eyes blurry. It is water resistant though. I mean, this is a great option if you have oily skin. I mean, any skin type, this would be a good option, but it does burn in the eyes. Now, their Clear Face Breakout Free formula is more of a thicker consistency. Also really good, but likewise burns around the eyes. Either the SPF 50 or the 30. I mean, I always go higher, and look, this is like barely any, that's like hardly any of a price differential there. $10.29 versus $10.99. And I'm imagining, I'm not a cosmetic manufacturer or anything, but I'm not a cosmetic chemist or anything, but I know that sunscreen formulation is very, very difficult. Neutrogena is a very reputable brand for sunscreens. But I would imagine like the the hoops they have to jump through in order to get something to become SPF 50 it's a lot more work, I would imagine, than SPF 30. Both challenging, but all that to say, like, that's hardly any of a price difference there. But I always go higher wherever possible, just because of the way people apply sunscreen tend to be underhanded, and they end up getting a lower SPF than what is advertised. So I always go higher. But that being said, I do find that the 30 stings around the eyes a little bit less in comparison to the 50. This is new, Everyday Humans. Comment below on if you've seen this. I was kind of hoping it would be a tinted sunscreen. Not cheap. Cucumber, green tea, and hyaluronic acid. This is a chemical sunscreen. I would wonder about it stinging around the eyes. It does have fragrance, which can be irritating in skincare products. It's the most common contact allergen in skincare products, including sunscreens. But yeah, I was kind of hoping that would be tinted. I'm always on the lookout for more tinted sunscreens from the drugstore, you know, from Target and stuff, because they're hard to come by. You know, there's the CeraVe one, which a lot of people comment is a little on the orange side for them. It works for me, but I do get that feedback from people. Here we are with an end cap. And again, I'm not seeing any tinted options here at the Target. Here's some CeraVe and some scented hand soaps. We have Vanny Cream's facial moisturizer. The plain moisturizer I really like. It is an, oh, they really made this like a domino stack here. It's a very nice lightweight facial moisturizer. It has hyaluronic acid and ceramides. Their SPF 30, I'm just going to tell you right now, it does leave a pretty noticeable cast on my skin type. As a matter of fact, I was wearing this in my video on Brad Pitt's skincare line. What is this Bioma? I've heard good things about this brand. I haven't tried any of their products. I talked about them in, I think it was a Walmart video or maybe another Target video. This just looks like a little kit. The creamy jelly cleanser and a brightening serum. What's in the brightening serum? Lactic acid can soften and gently exfoliate. Hyaluronic acid, a humectant. Oh, and niacinamide. Looks like a niacinamide serum. They also have this moisturizing gel cream. How much are these products? It doesn't say. I think they might be a little pricey. The moisturizing gel cream has niacinamide and it also has ceramides in it. I can't imagine it's horrible, but I haven't tried it. Then they also have this clarifying serum with polyhydroxy acid and zinc. I have a video on the benefits of zinc in skincare. It is anti-inflammatory. It has some antimicrobial properties to it. This also has, again, niacinamide. I do find that niacinamide gets put into a lot of different products, which I like it. It's very multifunctional ingredient. But man, if you are sensitive to it, it can kind of be a pain to avoid it. This product also has ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide. That seems to be like the formulation du jour right now. It's been having a moment for a long time. Speaking of which, I pointed this out in another video, but Differin had to reformulate their dark spot correcting serum because hydroquinone can no longer be sold over the counter, unfortunately. And so basically they changed it over to a niacinamide serum, which is fine. But I think it does have fragrance. See, it had fragrance before, but that's because hydroquinone stinks. But I was hoping that when they removed the hydroquinone that they would take the fragrance with it, but I guess they kept that in there. So if you're allergic, beware. And fragrance can be irritating, which can end up worsening hyperpigmentation. Now this has sea buckthorn oil in it, which I really enjoy personally. I find that it is a nice emollient in products. And it is a source of antioxidants, so it may help in improving the look of hyperpigmentation and reduce worsening of hyperpigmentation upon exposure to like environmental stressors. I'm pretty excited about this Differin Acne body spray, salicylic acid body spray, just because salicylic acid, a leave-on salicylic acid for like the back and or the chest, You don't really find that, and the spray is nice for reaching the back. Plus this has glycolic acid in it, which also will help kind of exfoliate the skin and help hasten the clearance of hyperpigmentation. Look, it's on sale. Oh no, that's different gel is on sale. The acne spray is $14.99. I wonder how many uses you get in that. It's always kind of hard to gauge with sprays. Then they also came out with an acne clearing body scrub. And the body scrub is basically a creamy salicylic acid body wash with those little beads in it. This would probably be helpful if you have keratosis pilaris. You know, it's marketed, you know, for acne or whatever, but this would be a good option if you have keratosis pilaris too, because salicylic acid can help soften and exfoliate that. I don't know how much this one is. Oh, $11.39. Then of course there's different gel, otherwise known as adapalene. Isn't Ashley Tisdale a celebrity? Is this another celebrity line? Okay, we need to check this out. Are these dryer balls? They kind of look like dryer balls. Cashmere vanilla. Oh, it's a bath bomb. Okay, that's just a way to relax and unwind, but it doesn't have any skin benefit to use those. They also have a candle, and then a body lotion and a body wash. The body wash is $11. It obviously has fragrance in it, so if you're allergic, you'd have to avoid that. But fragrance and potential allergens and wash-off products are less likely to cause issue. But if you are allergic, then you have to avoid it. The Milky Body Lotion seems a little steep, $14.99. You know, this is just going to be a matter of personal preference if you want to smell like citrus and amber. Let's check out the perfume here. Awaken and Uplift, Citrus Amber. Oh, it's a little roller. This is the sampler. It smells nice. And then they also have Lavender Cloud. This is the sampler. Ooh, Lavender and Cloud is nice. It's not like headache inducing or anything. So they also have a Nourishing Hair Mask. This is kind of a mishmash of different products. I guess it's like creating a spa night. Like you take a nice bath, mist yourself with the fragrance. You've got the balms, you have a candle. Mood Science. They're nice scents for the price. Oh wait, there's one more we missed here. Oh, this is a hair and body linen mist too in the line that you can mist your stuff with. Speaking of linens, make sure you are laundering your bed sheets. Everybody always talks about washing your pillowcase or whatever for people with acne, like because the oils from your skin collect there and bacteria and whatnot, and then that friction can aggravate acne. Sure, that is definitely an issue. But for people with eczema, you know, your bed linens and stuff, they can be a very hospitable environment for dust mites because your skin cells are in there, shed into the linens, and then the dust mites like to snack on that, and dust mites are a common allergen and a common trigger for flares of eczema and asthma. So frequent laundering of the bed linens. This is another reason why it's beneficial to do your bathing or showering at night, or at least before you go to bed, because I know some of you guys work night shifts, so just flip whatever I say. But basically bathing before you go to bed, because just the act of showering or bathing, the water going over your skin, it helps remove some of those shedding skin cells, corneocytes, so there's less of that going into your bed to contribute to dust mites. Man, this Freshie line, here's more of it. We have a hand serum. What's in this? Is this just a shea butter hand moisturizer? Yeah, looks like it. These are kind of nice, this Freshie line. And then she has these little, oh, you can do a little sampler pack of all of the scents. All right, we were over here and I was not aware of these new products from Neutrogena. These are really nice. They're new stubborn acne patches. They have two different shapes, like a larger one, and then they have the circles. These are good if you pick your skin. if you have a tendency to pick your acne, I highly recommend. These are the ones that are also really good that I recommend are by Hero Cosmetics. Those are amazing. They have a ton of different shapes. Really helpful because people, you know, they subconsciously pick at their pimples, and that, you know, the acne treatments cannot help that. They cannot help the acne so long as you're picking, and it can be a really challenging cycle to break. Another tip is to try and occupy your hands with like a craft or something. And if you really are struggling, definitely seek out professional mental health resources, help, counseling. In some cases, psychiatric medications can actually be beneficial for helping people break that cycle if it's really a problem, because you do put yourself at risk for little skin infections as you're picking, as well as scarring. Scarring is a big one. And this is new, the Stubborn Texture Liquid Exfoliating Treatment. This looks like it's got panthenol and then some alpha hydroxy acids, glycolic acid. Does it have lactic too? They usually, in these alpha hydroxy acid ones, they usually have lactic. No, it doesn't. So this would be helpful as a leave-on product just to kind of smooth the skin texture, provided you tolerate it. And remember, glycolic acid will make you more sensitive to the sun. They also came out with a Stubborn Blackheads Daily Serum. Now this has glycolic and mandelic in it, as well as polyhydroxy acids. So a little bit different, and it has salicylic acid as an acne treatment. Provided you tolerate it, this would be good for acne and post-acne hyperpigmentation. Provided you tolerate it, and provided you are wearing sunscreen and protecting your skin from the sun. Ooh, Neutrogena also came out with a salicylic acid body spray. So that would be helpful for distributing the product evenly on the skin too. I like that. And they have a new Stubborn Acne body wash that is fragrance free. Neutrogena, I've always used their salicylic acid body wash, but now they have a product in their lineup that is free of fragrance, which is great for people who are allergic. Ultra Gentle Face Gel Hydrator. See, this is taking advantage of the fact that niacinamide can be particularly helpful for people who have acne, provided they tolerate it. Research suggests that it's helpful in reducing like oiliness, plus it's an antioxidant. So one thing that happens in acne is like the sebum, the oil, it can break down upon exposure to UV and be even more inflammatory. And so having the antioxidants and coupled with sun protection that you're wearing from sunscreen can really potentially help quite a bit there. Now they also have this spot drying lotion, kind of like Badescu. Sulfur is an underrated ingredient in skincare products. It's helpful for, it's anti-inflammatory. And this also has zinc oxide. We talked about earlier how that is anti-inflammatory, and it's got salicylic acid. That'll help with the penetration of the sulfur. $14.99. You might use that as a spot treatment, but it's not sold here. If you're looking for a good sulfur product, I highly recommend the De La Cruz sulfur mask. You can use it as a spot treatment. It's like a moisturizing ointment consistency. It's like $5 for this jar, and it lasts forever. Here they have the CeraVe cleansing balm. Yeah, check out my review of these two new recent products. A long time ago, I reviewed the micellar water. I hated it. It burned my eyes like none other. Here's a new product from Soap & Glory. No clogs allowed. Deep pore clearing mask. Okay. Is this a clay mask? Clays. I'm already jumping the gun here. What does it have in it? Yeah, zeolite. That's a clay. Clay can help absorb excess oiliness from the surface of the skin and from within the pore. And so it's a great way to degrease the surface of the skin. And if you use a clay mask consistently and you're somebody with oily, acne-prone skin, it certainly can kind of help control breakouts a bit just by removing excess sebum from the surface of the skin and within the pore. But you don't need like a super fancy one. And, you know, ones like this, they have fragrance, so that can be irritating to the skin. This also has salicylic acid in it, which can help with oiliness as well. Pumice, I would imagine that can be pretty abrasive, but I would need to give this a feel. An intensely purifying self-heating formula. Oh dear. This is also new. Their Flake Away Body Scrub. Gamage. Gamage, I tried this product from Pyongyang a while ago. It was like based on this principle of gommage, and as far as I can tell, it doesn't really do much. You know, it's not something that is like a dermatologic treatment for anything. It's not an approach to exfoliating that we would ever recommend. And as far as I could tell with this particular product from Pyongyang that I tried a couple of years ago, it basically was almost like putting glue on your skin and then peeling it off. So satisfying. And I guess, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm going, well, I guess I could see, you know, this is probably removing some shedding corneocytes. You know, maybe that could help smooth the skin's surface, but it just seemed like an awful lot to go through for very little return. This particular product that's new, or at least new to me the first time I'm seeing it, by Soap & Glory. It has shea butter, and in the shower or bath, smooth out a handful and polish until satisfied, then rinse thoroughly. So I guess the aim there is to just flake away corneocytes. You know, something like this. I'm not advocating for this product, like I've never used it or anything, but one thing I'm thinking of is for those of you who have KP, keratosis pilaris, like on your thighs, I get it on the backs of my thighs, which is annoying because it's a territory where I just don't think to like moisturize, or I'm really lazy about putting moisturizer, so it tends to flare there. I'm thinking that something like this could potentially be helpful for exfoliating away the rough, bumpy skin, ultimately helping the moisture barrier in those areas afflicted by the KP. I've not seen this from Neutrogena. They're Healthy Skin Blends. This is a bronzer. Looks like they're running low on inventory here. These lashes were here the last time, and I will warn you guys that when it comes to false lashes, they get in the way of a proper blink reflex. So if you're wearing them all the time, you can end up developing chronic dry eyes. They're especially, you know, that's an issue with these. Plus you can develop an allergy to the glue, but the lash extensions are even more of an issue, which those things don't appear to be going anywhere. I don't know how people can tolerate having those things on their face. I mean, some of them are really heavy, if you know what I mean, and they don't appear to like be healthy. Oh, all right. Speaking of, last time I was in here, I commented about Tula, how I found it interesting that I don't really ever see influencers in the skincare space heavily promoting it. I've never really seen too much from Tula that I've been like inclined to try out. They have a couple of good decent products, but I saw the most misleading ad on TikTok from Tula and it made me cringe. Yeah, it was the most misleading ad. It was basically, well, here, this is kind of similar. These before and afters. This one, it's not like she's claiming it cleared her acne, but there was a gal on TikTok. It was a Tula ad, and the influencer had acne in the before, and the after she had completely clear skin, and she was attributing it to Tula. I just found it incredibly misleading because the likelihood of just skincare products healing cystic acne like that is slim to none. Like, she was either, I suspect, you know, on birth control pills, which can help with acne, or something. Because skincare products, they can support healthy skin and whatnot, but they're not going to like get that kind of result. So I just thought it was very misleading and bordering on unsubstantiated drug claims. Speaking of shady, these guys, the Sunday Riley, let's just sneak on in and fudge our reviews. What is autocorrect aside from the bane of my existence on my phone? Sometimes it gets to be a little bit too cocky. Horse chestnut, given orally, that seems to, for whatever reason, help out patients who have stasis dermatitis, lower leg swelling. Here's a product that's expensive that I actually love. It's the Josie Moran Argan Pro Retinol with body butter. I hate the whole pro retinol thing because it's like there's really nothing in here that is evidence-based. It's just having retinol activity, but it is a really nice moisturizer. I love it. I love it. I love it. I haven't tried the eye cream, but you guys know me and eye creams. I don't really dance with that devil. high dose retinoid serum. That sounds misleading. Oh, it's one of these hand wavy claims. 0.5% blue-green algae with natural retinoid alternative. No, 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 no. This is complete BS. I mean, the fact that they can put retinoids on here and it's not adapalene, which is the only over-the-counter retinoid, is just super misleading. CoQ10, y'all know I'm a huge fan of in skincare products, and it has the potential to help minimize the burden of free radicals when paired with good sun protection. Honey, humectant, like I didn't see honey on the list though. There's ubiquinone, which is the other name for CoQ10. There's the Peter Thomas Roth Instant Firm Eye thing. I've never actually used it, but I have reviewed it before, how it works. What are these patches by Peter? Firm X. Collagen and collagen supporting ingredients. Collagen in products, it's a humectant, so there you go. Peptides. Chondrus crispus. These seem okay. I'd be interested to give those a try sometime. It also has a collagen serum. Speaking of collagen and skincare products, did you guys hear somebody sued L'Oreal for their collagen cream? And honestly, it's like L'Oreal never claimed that the collagen cream was going to have any impact on collagen. It's sold as a moisturizer with collagen. And this person tried to sue L'Oreal, saying it was misleading, that it made them believe that was somehow going to replace damaged collagen. Where nowhere on the packaging does it say that. Sometimes, I mean, there are people out there who love lawsuits, and they're always champing at the bit to sue people. It's like their full-time job, suing these companies, and there are lawyers who will go along with it. It's just a nightmare. And then the media hypes everything up, and people see these headlines like, oh, did you hear L'Oreal got sued? And it's like, well, it doesn't really mean fault. Kind of like the whole talc fiasco. It's just like, somebody sues because they decide they should, and they're moderately successful, even though there's no problem, and then people react to the lawsuit, and it creates more fear. It's just unnecessary. Wild Dew Treatment Essence by Peach and Lily. Try me. Drench and Prep. This toner has niacinamide and eucalyptus leaf oil, some people are allergic to, Saccharomyces ferment, that can be hydrating. Since they're inviting us to try it out, let's see what the consistency is like. Very lightweight. Kind of has a eucalyptus-y scent too. There's a little bit of viscosity to it. Then this is the tester of, I'm not going to put it on my skin, of the matcha pudding. This one was really popular. I don't hear people asking about it so much anymore. I think it's scented, if I remember correctly. Yeah, orange peel oil. Wow, another successful trip to Target. It is getting late, so the sun is coming down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something. Oops, as you slide around up here on my dashboard. Hope you learned something, that there was some good new skincare and stuff to chit chat with you guys about. Man, you were just hopping and popping all over the place. Yeah, I try and come to Target once a month. I often go to Walmart, Costco, Dollar Tree. And I know you guys enjoy these. If you like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.